Well, once again, the Toyota Celica GTSS is up on the lift. This time it's not up on the lift to have the engine pulled out, fix oil leaks or transmission problems. This time I'm going to be making a little bit of progress. I'm actually going to connect the AC. The car has AC up here. It has a compressor way back there. What I need to do is route 11 feet of hose up to here and clamp the hose on so it doesn't leak and all that good stuff. I've ordered all those parts off eBay. Those should be here in 4 or 5 days. But in preparation to put those AC lines through here, what I need to do is finish my floor panel, protection panel, to protect all these hoses and tubes underneath the car. And I need to make some kind of small brackets right here so the AC lines will have something to hang on to, put clamps on them and all that good stuff. Let's see how this all works out. I think I'll start by working on the bracketry. And I'm going to have 2 hoses. These aren't exactly the right size, but basically running through there like that. If I put the, I'm going to make a new bracket underneath of this that just sticks out to hold the new hoses. If I put it underneath, then I won't be able to get the clamps on very easily. If I put it on top, it'll be a little bit more complicated, but it'll lay up across there. Probably have to cut that off a little bit, something like that, and then the hoses will lay underneath of it, and I'll be able to clamp them right to the bracket. And I think just a single piece of steel laying out there holding that up should be fine. It should work anyway, I think. One here, one back here, and then one all the way up at the front. I think I've decided that a single hole should be fine to hold it right there. There shouldn't be much twisting force on this trying to turn it, and it'll be resting on that clamp right there at the end of it. And the reason I decided to make it that long is I can put the screw to hold the 2 hoses for the clamp, I believe, right in here. So the tip of the screw that sticks out will stick out in between these 2 and not run into one of them directly. Should work. You don't have one of these? Well, perhaps you should make one. I've got a video in my tools and equipment playlist on how I made this one. Now nothing left to do but drill some holes in it. And throw a quick bend into it. Well, you see there was the bend that wasn't quite enough, and then I took it back and bent it a little bit more, and of course I bent it too much, and now I have to bend it back a little bit and see what that does. So now I have to drill and tap a hole in that, and I'm going to clamp this on there to find out where my hole needs to be. And I'll slide a piece of metal in behind there so that when I drill through and it drops through, I don't drill a hole up through the floor pan. What I'm going to do is start drilling into this with a 1/4 inch drill bit, because that's what size that hole is. And that'll give me sort of a centering mark so I can drill it with the right size drill bit for tapping. Killer sharp drill bit too. All I got to do is stay in the center of that. Put a piece of tape and cardboard on there to try to keep some of the paint on that at least. And drop in some instant threads. Had to put a glove on. That tap handle is kind of short. Very hard on the palm of your hand when you're trying to twist it. And now I know exactly where this hole needs to be, so it'll miss those lines when the tip of the screw sticks through. And something like that. Yeah, I think that will do it. Now I got to do that 2 more times. Once up there, and once back here. Tight quarters right here. The only option is to take this bracket out, and I don't want to do that. All right, I've got all my brackets in place. Got a place I can hang my hoses off of for my AC. That should work. Now I'm going to start working on the actual panel, and this bar was bolted right across here kind of to protect these two little fittings right here so they didn't get hit by something. But now that I'm going to put a cover on it, I don't need this bar anymore. So I've figured out that this bar is the right length. It will clear all the way along here. Plenty of room all the way along here. And the very front is a little bit wider. But I'm just going to cut a straight piece of sheet metal all the way so I don't have to do a flange piece of sheet metal and waste a couple of strips of metal. And then I'll just make a plate that this will bolt to so that I don't have to worry about flanging this out and all that stuff, because all I've got to do is protect this stuff from getting hit by rocks, debris, sticks, boards, pieces of tire, whatever happens to fly up off the road. So I just need to cut a strip of metal that wide off the end of this piece of sheet metal. Should be easy enough. Well, let's see how this works. Oh, I might need a battery. Well, that panel cut out all right. Kind of hard to hold it steady against there. It was easy to turn it offline if you weren't careful. But the worst part of it is I jumped out of the groove right here at the start. Oh well, it's underneath the car. It'll be fine. Well, for some reason I kind of forgot I was supposed to be recording what I was doing. But anyway, I've got some bead rolls in it. Of course, it turned into a potato chip, and I've messed around with it to get it flat again. And fits up in here. I drilled my first 2 holes in it, got them almost exactly in the right spot. Now I just need to keep working with it. There has been a little bit of a change of plans. I decided to let it drop back a little bit further on the back edge here so it would cover these valves a little bit. Originally I was going to stop there, but because it went back a little further, now I'm going to change how I'm going to do the front. And up here in the front, I'm just going to add a piece to it. I'm just going to make a piece that comes out to here like this, and then spot weld that onto this. It's gonna work out. It's gonna work. I know it's gonna work. It has to work. It has to work because I don't have a backup plan other than make a new one. So both of these bolts went in, but they were a little snug because I drilled the holes exactly 1/4 inch. So I'm just gonna make them a little bit bigger so there's a little bit of play in it so they're easier to get in. All right, I've got 2 bolts in up there, and to find the location of these holes back here and get it exactly right, I took a 1/4 inch bolt and just chucked it in the drill and ground a tip on it. I did one of those on each side, and first I did them back here in the back, tapped on it, got a little center punch mark, drilled the hole, and then I took, luckily when I took the bolts out, all this stayed up in place because everything's not really hanging down. It's kind of holding the bracket in. So I was able to take these forward bolts out, find the location of those by putting a long bolt in through here, put a bolt in on both sides, and then I just tapped on it with a hammer. And I have 2 little punch marks now that I can use as a location for my drill holes. Hopefully they're marked. Should be. I tapped on them a couple times. Yep, that looks like it lines up. Well, I took the time to make these little pins, pegs, center punchers, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to use them. If I can just get this bolt started into the threads. There we go. So I made this panel out of 18 gauge. This is 20 gauge back here. I'm hoping there's not enough vibration to crack all this. I'm going to put a washer on top of it, and hopefully that'll be enough. If it's not, I will end up having to go back and reinforce it. Woohoo! It left a mark. Now if I drilled the hole in the right spot, all this should go together. Looks like it lines up. That bolt does not like starting in those threads though. Ooh, I might be off by a hair. Yeah, fits. It's a snug fit. I gotta file this one to the outside just a little bit. Make it a little freer going down there. All right. Got a little bit of movement back and forth here. It'll go a little bit past it that way, and a little bit past it that way. So if I line it up on this edge, that should work. Take a little bit off this edge to line it up, and then I will spot weld these two together. Make sure that edge is lined up, and that should work. Attack it like an animal. Smooth off a few edges. Well, we're getting somewhere. Made a little bracket to go across from these bolts that were originally here, from here to here, and I'm gonna have to thread a couple holes into it so I can bolt it up just like I did there. But so what I need to do now, I've marked it out. I'm going to put a little tiny pilot hole through the sheet metal and into this just a little ways, because there's radiator hoses right behind this, so I can't drill all the way through. I just need a mark so I know where I'm going to drill. See if I can find my punch marks. Make sure I use the right punch mark. I kind of missed my X when I hit the first punch mark. And the punch marks aren't very deep in this. It's kind of hard to get a good punch mark on a bouncy piece of metal. Well then. That ought to be enough. And that should do it. Now I just got to drill a 1/4-inch hole through this, and a whatever size hole it is so you can cut threads in it through that piece. Have to prep this for spot welding, put the whole thing back in, clamp it, pull it out so I can get to this with a spot welder, spot weld this together, pull it out, paint it, put it back in, hope it still fits. And here we have it off the car. I should be able to find those marks to drill a hole, I think. All right, moving right along. I've got a little weld-resistant primer sprayed in between these two sheets, and I've got them clamped in place. Hopefully they'll stay where they're clamped at. Pull these two screws out, throw this thing over on a bench, and see what happens. So what I'm going to try to do is kind of get two spot welds on each end, kind of even, and now I'll measure this out, kind of get a little bit of a pattern going here, hopefully. That should be enough to hold it. Just a quick double check to see if all the holes are in the right place, see if they shifted at all or not. Because I don't want to get all those spot welds finished and then find out that it moved. Well, those two still line up. Kind of expected that though. All right, what do we got here? That one's going. All right, they all line up. Works for me. Well, I've got a little bit of a grid pattern. It's not a real precise grid pattern, but then again, this ain't rocket science. And of course, how close do you think I'm going to be able to line that grid pattern up with my probe points anyway? All right, that part's complete. Just got to wait on the paint to cure, then I'll be able to put it back on whenever I get done making the AC hoses. And making the AC hoses is the next step. And to do that, I've ordered AC hose, ordered some crimps for the AC hose, got a hydraulic crimping tool. Maybe I can get this together without any leaks. This has to work. It's summertime, it's hot out there. I need AC, but that's in the next video.